presenter is PVM Karunaratne from Fashion Design and Product Development, Department of Textile and Clothing Technology, Faculty of Engineering, Fashion Syntax, Concepts of Contextual Perspective.
Good morning everybody, dear sir. I would like all you to invite for my presentation. My presentation will be Fashion Syntax, Concept of Contextual Perspective. Fashion has been played a pivotal role in the human society from the time immemorial. With the progress of mankind thinking and the ability to reconstruct it. I would like to give an outline of my presentation. There will be 9 sections going to discuss in further. Introduction. Fashion is a mode of language and whereas man has the ability to translate his ideas or the expressions. Like language in the sense, dress functions as kind of a syntax. Syntax is a form of a grammar. That means words form according to a sentences. So when you take as a dress, syntax may be considered as the items of dresses or the part of some dresses or new dress forms. When you read fashion syntax, people need to aware about contextual perspective. Let's see, we'll learn about what you mean about the contextual perspective. Contextual perspective allows people to manage and perceive everyday appearances in their lifestyles or in the historical context which people lived. Contextual perspective also enhances the people's viewpoints in such viewpoints sometimes in a culture. The process of contextualizing allows people to see changes in the dresses while the dresses are changing with the context are dissolving to one another. Significance of this research can be identified as follows. Culture period in Sri Lanka marked the culmination of emerging novel fashions because of the invasion of the Portuguese in 1505. The royalty changed their faith to Christianity. So when they change their faith, ultimately their ideology also changed. When person change their ideology, it's ultimately affect their fashion change. Objectives of the research can be identified as follows. First objective is to explore the articles of clothing and new dress forms mediated through fashion language and created new and different meanings in different contexts. Then we can the second objective may be what type of articles of clothing did royalty inspired and embrace. Third one will be how royalty created their new dress forms and represented themselves in different occasions which assigned different meanings in each context. Research focus will be the output of research would be vital for the stakeholders in fashion field for correct understanding and for the future application, because they are the people who are creating new fashion for the people and the market. For this research, adopted grounded theory method. It's a qualitative research method. Sources for this data were selected from some of the main temples, and pictorial sources were taken from temple murals, cloth paintings, wood and stone carvings, sculptures, and there are 2 special ivory carvings at present in the Munich treasury in Germany. So for the literary sources, mainly most of the original sources were referred, and some of the manuscripts, chronicle, books, original records from foreign travelers and their letters also referred, and publish research pertaining to the area. These are the two significant ivory caskets at present at Munich. There are a lot of incidents we can see from these two ivory carvings, and we can identify certain types of dress details and some of the most significant styles during the period. Data collected method. Actually for this research, first we use a sequence of in-depth observation and studies to carry it out to sort data, and when we observed, we actually find some of the things that we need to see the changes in the dresses. We took some of the descriptive notes, and we actually carried out some multiple descriptive sketches, distinctive dress details, part and forms of shapes. Data analysis method. We use coding method. Once we coded, we identify some of the patterns of concepts to categorizing and sequencing the data. So then we started to listing of different items of king's dresses. Step 2, we identify some of the factors that changes in fashion syntax, also be segmented. Now, for example, when we think about social factors, change in the state, religion to Christianity, and mode of education also change. So likewise, those kind of social factors and political factors also identified. So during the sequence of memoing, we identify then making tentative linkages between the items of dresses and the factors. Some of the items we identify, like different types of collars and different types of other details, and factors we identified as social and political factors, and which leads to changes in fashion context. For the sampling, we use theoretical method. By theoretical sampling, we could able to deduct some of the data, and as well as at the same time we